So thank you very much for joining us from wherever you are around the globe. I know we've got Zach from Thailand, Susie from Queensland. G'day, Fred. Guys, this is going to be an interactive call. So make sure you turn your cameras on if you can. I know Jade's doing last minute. We are live messages. So we've got Jade to the left of me, Dave to the right. And I know a few people always rock up a bit late to these things. So look, we're just going to get started. We've got a lot to cover. And I appreciate you for all showing up early. I know Fred's been waiting here for about 20 minutes.
No, I haven't. I just switched it on 20 minutes ago.
Good on you, mate. You do my trick. Get ready, show up. Cool. All right, so I've just done the silly trick here of closing everything down whilst I was trying to do Zoom. Let me bring back up my slides here and everything. Let's get this party started. I was all ready, then I hit the wrong button. I closed down Google. Now I've got to bring it back all back up. All right, here we go. All right, so guys, I'm just going to mainly share my PowerPoints and we get started. This is not streamed. This is just us around this time. So we're in a nice, safe environment. And yes, this is being recorded. Make sure the recorder's working. Awesome. All right, let's get started. Jade, you can see my screen okay?
Sure can.
Brilliant. All right. Well, probably don't need to do too many extra introductions, but let's do the introductions for the replay's sake anyway, for people watching later on. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Jeff Ross. Hands up if you're sick of feeling like that link spammer or the direct pitcher, direct pitch Peter, I call him, or every time you post and you're reaching out to people and you're getting crickets, or you're just sick to death of others doing it to you. How many times a day do you get pitched in or sold to in your inbox? If it's at least once a day, drop the little wow emoji in the chat for me. I drop daily in the comments because I get the same result. And, I actually got so frustrated with this about 2 years ago. Instead of whinging about it and complaining about it, I thought, right, what can I do to create a solution? What could I do to help people not have to be in that state? I get it. We all get very excited. We all get, very passionate about what it is we have. And everybody else needs to hear about it. I totally get it. Been there, done that. And, got the badges to wear. When I came to faith and I found Jesus, the first thing I went doing is I went door knocking and asking people if they like prayer. Yes, I'm that guy. When I found Dream Trips, I reached out to all my family, my mum and my dad and all my friends. And I said, you got to come traveling with me. I've got the best travel club in the world, blah, 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 blah. Didn't slow down, didn't connect with them, just word vomited all over them. Yes, I was one of those people. Hand up if you've done that too. I know we probably all start there, right? Because we don't know any better. Anyway, for those of you who don't know, my name's Jeff Ross. I'm the host of the Laptop Lifestyle Dad Show, the founder of the Laptop Lifestyle Dads community. I'm a proud Australian. I'm a father of 3 amazing young boys, and we live down here in Tasmania, Australia. I love to teach affiliate marketers, online entrepreneurs, how to ditch the desperation, master automation, and build businesses that attract instead of having to chase people down. I've been personally mentored by people like Deiss, Adrian, Morrison, Nick Unsworth, and a few of the other internet marketing greats. I'm known as a customer value journey expert. I did Ryan Deiss's certified partner program there for 3 years, and I specialize in funnels, automation, and AI-powered marketing systems and teaching people how to leverage these amazing tools to take people on their customer value journey. So you can grow a business without being that guy or girl, right? If you're tired of the pitch fest and you're ready to start attracting your dream audience instead of hunting them down like a lost sock at the laundry, then drop a yes me in the comments and let's get started. And let's bounce out of Sucksville and let's dive into Awesome Town and let's jump in. So why are we here? Well, we're here to help you to empower AI and master social selling, to help you to amplify your voice in a noisy world. With AI, with the rise of AI, the noise has got even louder and it's a lot more competitive. When I first started as an internet marketer in 2010, I thought it was pretty competitive back then. Now, nearly every man and his dog and his grandparent and his mum and dad is trying to create a side business, is trying to create an online business. And it's a very noisy place. And hands up if you've put post after post after post and you've gotten crickets, and you're waking up at 3 a.m. in the morning and you're probably feeling like a bit of a failure. You're struggling to break through. Like you can see people like myself crushing the game, and you know that you know that you know that you can do it, but have no idea how to get there. And then the struggle, the challenge, the failure after failure after failure is starting to eat you alive. If that's you, you're in the right place, and welcome to the Laptop Lifestyle Dads community, because we're going to teach you how to attract your dream audience without the overwhelm. I'm going to teach you how to cut through the noise. I'm going to teach you how to fall in love with the process of becoming an attraction marketer and how to leverage AI in this space. Now, I'd really love the whole show, don't tell approach. So we're going to get into some really interactive training, like a little fly on the wall, look over the shoulder. And as we dive in, I'll give you some three awesome little tidbits here to get you started. So the ultimate outcome of today's masterclass is to help you to connect with our audience, connect with us, but teach you how to connect with your people. In a world that's starving for connection, starving for love, we don't need more transactional type content. We don't need more people trying to sell stuff. This is the reason why link spamming and direct pitching is so ripe, because people just don't know how to cut through. They don't know how to attract people. And that's the mission I'm on, to teach you how to do that. And through teaching you some fundamentals to help you to build a foundation that's on rock and not moving sand, and help you to understand some core concepts around building a personal brand, which will then in turn help you to build your confidence. Ultimately, we're creating a safe space here to help people feel seen, heard, and known, and ultimately loved. We're creating a community where we're doing this together, because that's what people really need in this world where people are starving for connection. They're starving for love. They need someone that's going to do it with them. The good, the bad, the ugly. We're in a safe space where we can get unstuck, we can get clarity, and we can move forward together and do the messy together. So who are we? Well, for those of you who don't know, as I said, my name's Jeff Ross. I'm the founder of Laptop Lifestyle Dads. We've also got Dave Miller here. Dave Miller is our AI consultant, our AI wizard, everything to do in the AI tool space to help us to run faster, to help us to get our bottlenecks out of the way, to help people to learn how to craft their content that speaks like them and simplify the automations in process. Dave has come up through the journey with me for the last 18 months. And now when it comes to the new AI tools that are out there, in the content marketing space, he's my go-to guy. And like, literally, kid you not, like Dave and I set up last night for about 2 hours. We built a homepage for a website. It would have taken me normally a week to 2 weeks to pull together, by getting the content from the clients and all that back and forth and all of that, the drag and drop and all that. We were able to use AI to do some pretty clever sort of little coding tricks. And we pulled together a complete homepage for a website in literally under 2 hours. Like, Dave is that guy. He's about taking what you already do and help you to unpack it and leverage it and make it faster and even more efficient. Because that's the name of the game, right? The people who can leverage and embrace this AI space and not replace ourselves, but be in a place where we can leverage and amplify our voice and then get speed to market, those are the ones that'll win the game. We've also got James Winsley here. She is the heart and soul of the Laptop Lifestyle Dads community. She brings that feminine energy for us two amazing blokes. And she's our customer service queen, our systems queen, and she just loves to empower people in our community. And she loves to network and build community and relationships. And she just loves building funnels for people and helping them to, once again, amplify their voice as well. So together, us trio, we are the Laptop Lifestyle Dads community, and that's who we are. So why are you here today? Well, let's highlight Sucksville. the big problem. And there's a reason why I'm talking in before state and after state, Sucksville versus Awesome Town, because I'm going to use these frameworks later to help you to learn how to influence people, to speak directly to people's hearts, that we can connect in a way that's not just about know, like, and trust. Everybody uses that term, right? But how do you build trust in a world that is starving for connection and starving for love? Trust is at an all-time low. Too many of us have been burnt. Too many of us have been scammed. Too many of us have been sold to, and our trust and our skepticism is so high, and our trust is so low. So this is why I'd say when we actually stop selling and we start serving first and adding value first, we meet people where they're at, and we actually go deeper than the know, like, and trust. We're looking for ways to connect, relate, and resonate. So what I'm saying here is, if you're not doing this in the right way, you're probably feeling invisible. Yeah? And this is why we're getting crickets. This is why we're getting frustrated. This is why we're not getting that traction. Because everybody's trying to be a carbon copy of somebody. I know, and I've proven this time and time again with myself, with Jade's journey, Dave's journey, a lot of our other students' journey, with Zach here as well, Susie's on the road here. When you can figure out what makes you get up out of bed each day, go through the hustle, go through the messy learning curve, and operate out of a space that's, serving from your heart and not your head, operating out of a future state that you know that you need to be at, you will do what is required to go through that learning curve. And you'll do what is required to go through the heart and speak to other people. So you'll learn how to master a few skills. That's what we're talking about here today, is helping you to learn the foundation fundamentals so you don't feel invisible online, that you can speak to people's hearts, about mastering storytelling and how to become a person of influence. You read the book by Dale Carnegie, right? How to influence people and win friends. That's what we're talking about here. And when you start creating content and posts from this heart, from this spirit, from this intention, then guess what happens? People start engaging. People want to start connecting because your story relates, it resonates, and it connects. What it actually does is it goes a little bit deeper than that, because it helps you to help your people feel seen and your people feel seen. It helps you to feel known and your people to feel known. And it helps you to feel heard and vice versa. That is where love is built. That is where trust is built. And when you can get this right, you stop attracting the wrong audience and you start attracting the right people, because your tribe will find your vibe. When I talk about attraction, the best example I can give you is two magnets. It's an invisible force. When you put two magnets close together, they either do one of two things. If you've got them facing the right way and the attraction is like and like, they'll connect, right? The magnetism will be there. It's an invisible force. You can feel it when you're doing that experiment. You can't see it, but they will. You can't pull them apart. Like, you have to use some force to pull them apart. It's like attracts like. What happens when you flip them? Then you get the opposite effect, and you repel, right? So energy is what we're talking about here. That's an invisible force, is either attractive or it's repellent. And it's okay if you're repelling the wrong people from you, because we're not built to do business with everybody. We want to do business with people who like us, who know us, who trust us, who see us, hear us, and know us, and vice versa in turn, be able to give us that heart-to-heart engagement, that heart-to-heart interaction, that's where we get that magnetism and attraction marketing happening. So if you're looking to get out of the overwhelm, to get out of the scarcity, looking for a safe environment to learn and grow and get over your fears and your limiting beliefs, and focus on fundamentals that very few of us start learning to do. We sort of come back to this when we get to that frustration point. Nobody can save you. You can only save yourself. but you've got to go through and fall over a few times. You've got to get a few scars and a few broken bones and a few war wounds before you come to this point and you're ready for this conversation. Right? So if you're here today, we're here to help support you to go through that learning curve. And what you're going to learn today with us is we're going to dive into attraction marketing and really start to leverage AI from a foundation that focuses on building your personal brand. Now, I'm not talking about your logos, your fonts, your colors, even all of the quirky sayings or anything like that. That's not your brand. Your brand is the story people tell about you when you're not in the room. Your brand is how you make people feel, And if you're not expressing your story to help people understand your story, so when they tell your story, you're not in the room, guess what happens? There's a vacuum. People start making up shit. They'll start making up stories, whether they're true or not, because that's how we communicate with each other. We communicate through the power of stories. Stories give us an emotional connection to see each other, to know each other, they make each other feel loved and connected, right? So we're going to unpack how we can start building our personal brand by identifying our core mission. I'm going to show you how to leverage AI in a second and voice prompting to be able to help you to craft a mission statement. We're also going to dive into implementing some AI strategies like voice prompting to simplify it, get out of this whole having to be a prompt engineer conversation. I'm going to give you some frameworks on how to use ChatGPT. But ChatGPT is basically a garbage in, garbage out tool. So it's a data tool, right? The great stuff you put in will help you to get great stuff out. It works off the information that you feed it. And what I'm talking about here is I'm not talking about your product information. That comes later. What we're talking about here is building a foundation on teaching ChatGPT from your personal story, your heart-centered, purpose-driven mission, the way that you show up and that you want to play the game, your core values, what you stand for, what you stand against, essentially your manifesto, what you believe in. Building these few elements here, that is your personal brand, and that's how you can create a story that connects to your ideal audience. The number one challenge I see every marketer do is trying to market to everybody and anybody and wonder why they get traction, wonder why they can't speak to their audience, wonder why they can't connect because they don't know who they're trying to connect to. So if you want to really master this, you need to know your niche and master your message. And it starts here by understanding your own story, the own game. Now, I'm talking about here starting with your why. That's a starting point, but it's not about your own personal why. It's not about trying to pay your own bills. It's something bigger than that. It's something deeper than that. Can anybody let me know in the comments what they think that might be? We'll come back to that conversation. So, why do we qualify to teach this? Well, as I mentioned earlier on, I've been personally mentored by some of the greats in the internet marketing arena. I've probably invested well over $500,000 over the last 10 years into my own training to be able to bring forward my own experiences, my own stories. But here's the thing, right? Put all that aside. That all sounds very arrogant. Let's talk about how we're all somebody's guide. The only difference between myself, Jade, and Dave, or even you, is how far down the path we are. We don't need more coaches. We don't need more mentors in the world. What we need is people who make us feel seen, heard, and known. Everybody can be somebody's friend. Everybody can connect and have that heart-to-heart interaction and do something together. Everybody can be a guide on the journey. So that's why I'm qualified to do this, because that's all I am. I'm just a guide on this journey. You are just a guide on this journey. The difference between you and your people is you're further down the path than they are. And I'm further down the path than you are. And somebody's already further down the path that I am. We should always be looking to help someone, and we should always be mentored and coached by other people and being helped up the mountain. It's that duplicatable effect, right? So, yeah, everybody is qualified when we position ourselves as a guide and we fall in love with our weirdness. We're all weirdos. Let's embrace it. When we can get out of the space of being attached on trying to make business happen, trying to make sales happen, and we just get into the space where we're just showing up to serve and we're showing up to fulfill our mission, and we'll do whatever it takes to get there, then we'll go do what it takes. I'm going to use a Bible story for a second, and just bear with me, whether you believe in the Bible or not. I just want to use this as a story to illustrate my point. So Paul, also known as Saul from Tarsus, right? He was given a mission. His mission was to go spread the good news around all of Judea and around Asia Minor at the time, right? Now, this guy was shipwrecked numerous times, put in jail numerous times, and was stoned to death, almost to death numerous times. Why did this guy never give up until he was actually martyred? Because he believed in his core purpose of what he was setting out to achieve. You can look at every person's story throughout history, and those ones that have gone out and achieved marvelous things, they've all had one thing in common. They understood what their driving force was, what their motivation was. Nobody can motivate you but yourself. But by getting clarity on your core heart-centered purpose, that'll motivate you. That'll help you go through and fall over time and time and time again. An old bushman used to say to me, he said, Jeff, you don't know how to ride a horse until you learn how to fall off 1,000 times. So what I'm talking about is we have to learn how to fail forward fast. We have to embrace the chaos, embrace the messy, embrace the learning curve. And here at this community, we do it together. So your brand is your superpower. It is your point of difference. Nobody can compete with you when you get this right. In this noisy world, we need to look for ways to cut through the noise. We need to look for ways to amplify our voice. We need to look at ways to be different, quirky, eclectic. To not just be another carbon cookie cutter, for me to try and imitate Jade or the other way around, or for me to imitate Chris Record or to imitate, Nick Unsworth or somebody like that. And this is what I used to do. I used to try and imitate the greats because I thought, hey, if I just be like them, then I'll get traction. Put a 1 in the comments if you've done that. Because that's easy, right? We hide behind that. We thought, instead of trying to do the deep stuff, the stuff that we know that we need to do, we look for shortcuts. We look for the silver bullet. We look for the cheats. But I know when I stopped and I actually spent some time here at this space and I did the work and I got out of my own way, and AI helped me to do just that. And I'm going to dive into a second and I'm going to lead to show you how I got there and start that conversation. When I started doing the work and I started diving into it, and then I just started showing up unattached, purpose-driven. I would show up whether there was one person on the call or whether there was 100 people on the call. Whatever it took, that's what we did. That's what happens when you understand these core heart things. So people don't buy products. What they actually buy is they buy outcomes. But what they actually buy first is they buy you. Right? So we need to put ourselves out there, and social media has given us an amazing tool to do just this, to put ourselves out there, to show up and shine. But we need to put ourselves out there in a way that gives people permission to connect with us. So stop hiding behind personas. Stop hiding behind trying to be somebody that you're not. Own your crazy. Own your weird. Be authentically you. Raw, real, vulnerable. Stop trying to share just the highlight reel and share the messy, the mistakes, the hurt. But don't do it in a way that you're portraying yourself as, oh, woe is me, poor me. I'm looking for sympathy. Hey, I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. I might even start rapping in a second. But look for ways that it's going to help you to share your experience with the world in a way that helps you to connect with the world, to say, yeah, me too. I understand. I empathize. I've been there. I get it. But here's what I did. Here's how I got out of it. See what I'm doing here is I'm storytelling. I'm giving you frameworks to help you to storytell and share your stories. Because every day you show up, every masterclass you go to, every lesson you learn, every conversation you have is an opportunity to share your story. We're writing our book, your brand, you.inc. So people will buy from you first. And this is why I show up without expecting any results on the front end. And I've got a very strategic plan on the back end to convert people. But it's all about the marketing at the front end. It's not about sales. It's about connection. It's about awareness. It's about engagement. And these are some of the common mistakes that most people make when they're marketing and they're branding is they try and figure out, how do I fast track this sales conversation? You know, you may have seen some of my content lately. I actually stand against this automated engagement spam. I'm calling it engagement spam now because it's shortcutting the relationship building process. I'm all for AI first. Please hear me on that. I love AI. I breathe AI. It has its place to be a partnership, not a replacement. I love AI when it's used as a hybrid type model to amplify our voice, to enhance us, to leverage us, to help us to get things faster to the marketplace, to help us to reach more people and do it in a bigger impact and show more love to the world. If AI is detrimental to the trust relationship and it's looking for ways just to shortcut and fast track the relationship, that's where it's been used as a replacement, not as a enhancer. So I look for ways like engagement on people's comments where trust is an all-time low and the world is starving for connection. There's a reason why I spend time and I engage with people and I start conversations, right? Because that's where trust is built, off the back end of conversations. We don't get to know people unless we converse with people, unless we connect with people, unless we have that heart-to-heart interaction, right? So these are some of the common mistakes that I see. And what we're talking about here is creating magnetic messaging. So let me just shift gears here. I'm going to switch over to ChatGPT. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Craig, Zach, Nicolette, Melissa, Mark, Jeff. It's good to see some familiar faces and some new faces. Let me just quickly shift over to ChatGPT here now. And I'm going to show you how I use ChatGPT to come up with a mission statement, a vision statement. Start to build a persona on ChatGPT from this foundation, right? So let me just go here. Now I'm going to show you how to actually use AI in a very simplistic way. So to take away the tech overwhelm, and I love this new feature that's been launched in the last sort of 3 to 4 months now, it must be. And it's called voice prompting. Now you need to have the paid version of ChatGPT, the $20 a month version, to be able to get access to this voice prompting, voice conversation. So I'm going to show you now how I have a two-way conversation with Mr. Chatty, I call it. Just let me just refresh my screen here, guys. This is live, over the wall, show, don't tell approach. Let me go. And you got to love it when tech and doing things live. Okay, so I'm going to start with a clean slate bot. Now, I'm going to premise this. You can see my memory's full. I need to change my memory. ChatGPT has this machine learning. It's AI, artificial intelligence, right? So it has access to everything and anything that was ever published on the internet. And the more that you use it, the more it matures. Now, I've been using AI for well on 2 years now, so it knows me pretty intimately. So what I'm about to do is based off of that intimate relationship that I have with ChatGPT. It really is a team player on our team. It's like my personal assistant that shows up 24/7, never argues with me, says, yes, Jeff, let's go. How can I help? And it's there $20 a month, lowest paid assistant ever, but I love it. And the way I use it is probably worth at least $20,000 a year. I use it for everything, our meal planning, our business planning, my prayer requests, just about everything and anything goes through, and I use AI supports me here. So, but I'm going to come now, from a spaces here, and I'm going to craft a story post that it helps me to share this experience that I'm having with you right now. But first, what I need to do is I need to set the stage. And we need to come up with a heart-centered, purpose-driven mission, like a magnetic message in less than 10 words. What I'm talking about here is coming up with a mission statement. Like Apple is the best example I can think off the top of my head. Apple's mission statement has nothing to do with computers. It's everything about why they do what they do. Their mission statement is quite simple as this. We believe in challenging the status quo. Oh, we just happen to make great computers. That's how we do it, right? The mission's about the why. The vision is about the how. So I'm going to now go to Chatty. I'm going to put some frameworks in, right? I'm going to get it to act like a brand expert who works for, say, Dan Kennedy, right? And we're going to craft a mission statement. I'm going to get it to act like X, Y, Z. I'm going to give it the task that we want to achieve together. In this case, we want to create a mission statement that summarizes our heart's intent, our purpose, and who it is we serve, and bring together a mission statement that articulates that in a coherent sentence. And then I'm going to revise that, and then we're going to go in and make it simple, repeatable, and memorable to come up with a 10-word statement. And then I'm going to build on that, and then we're going to create a story-based post that expresses our intent and the game that we're going to play. Now, this is just a 10-minute snapshot on what we do. Week 1 and week 2 of our academy, we do a deep dive into this, and it's our aim to be able to help you to put this to bed by the end of the 2 weeks. You got a clear picture of your mission, your vision, your core values, your manifesto, and you're building a personal brand of a heart-centered, purpose-driven business model. But here I'm just going to give you a bit of a taste of what's possible here. So let me just have a quick conversation with Chatty. Bear with me. And let's get this party started. Let me make sure I'm sharing the sound so you guys can hear. Hey, Chatty. So just doing a quick live masterclass with our Laptop Lifestyle Dads community. I need you to help me to create a mission statement, please. Now, I want you to refer back to our knowledge base of conversations that we've had in the past and pull from that experience and the stories that we've shared. Now, I want you to act like a personal brand developer who's creating a mission statement that would work on someone like Dan Kennedy's team. We want to create a new mission statement for Laptop Lifestyle Dads Academy that expresses our why, our intent, our purpose, our reason for being. Now, I also want you to make sure that mission statement is attractive to our ideal audience and is talking directly to their heart. Now, Ryan Deiss says we're all selling one thing, and that's transformation, right? So I want you to use that principle in play and use this mission statement that expresses the before versus after state, the Sucksville versus Awesome Town conversation. Can you ask me questions if you need anything to clarify in this space to be able to help us work together so you can help me, help you, help me, that conversation? And so what questions do you have that you need from me to be able to help you pull this mission statement together?
Absolutely. Let's craft a powerful mission statement that resonates deeply with your ideal audience. Here are a few questions to help us get the details right. 1. Transformation focus. What specific transformation do you want members of the Laptop Lifestyle Dads Academy to experience? How would you describe their journey from Sucksville to Awesome Town? Emotional connection. What core emotions or challenges do your ideal audience face that the Academy aims to address? 3. Purpose and values. Beyond financial freedom, what core values and purpose do you want to emphasize in this mission statement? What does freedom mean to you and the community?
Cool. Let's
Unique
answer
approach.
All right, let's start there. Let's answer that last question. Freedom means to me about living a life on purpose, to be able to show up when I want to show up, how I want to show up, where I want to show up, and who I want to show up for. It's not about the flash vacations or the flash houses. It's about, like, if I need to, my son's sick in hospital, I can still run my business from the hospital bed and I can run it from my laptop anywhere in the world. That is freedom. It's freedom about being present, being the father that I need to be for my kids, about being the husband I need to be for my wife, about living a life on purpose and serving my greatest good, and obviously getting paid for that to be able to bless more people and have a bigger impact. So we've got the financial abundance that comes from that freedom. And it's operating in a space that's heart-centered. And I'm showing up to work and doing what I need to do because I love to do it. What's that saying? When you find something you love, you never work a day in your life. That is freedom. And that is what we're wanting to replicate for our Laptop Lifestyle Dads community. Let's talk about the, awesome town, Sucksville State. Well, Sucksville is frustration. It's overwhelm. It's confusion. It's people who know that they want to do this, but have no idea where to go. And awesome town is they have clarity, they have direction, they have purpose, and now they're just doing what they need to do to show up and shine. So we take people from frustration to legends. And what was your last question? Sorry, I think I missed a question. Was there a question I missed?
You provided a wealth of insight. To summarize, freedom for you means living on purpose, being present for your family, and creating financial abundance. The journey from Suckville to Awesome Town involves transforming frustration and overwhelm into clarity and purpose. Let's put this together. How about something like this for the mission statement? At Laptop Lifestyle Dads Academy, we empower fathers to break free from the overwhelm and confusion of Suckville to achieve the clarity, purpose, and freedom of Awesome Town. We help you build a business that supports your life, not the other way around, so you can be the father and husband you aspire to be while living a heart-centered, purpose-driven life you love. Does that capture your vision?
Yeah, that captures it perfectly. Thank you. Now, let's create something that's short and sweet, that's memorable, that's repeatable, and it's magnetic in 10 words or less. Can you give me a statement that starts with something like, I believe in blah, 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 to summarize that mission statement? Can you pull that together for me?
Absolutely. How about this? I believe in transforming fathers into purpose-driven leaders who live with freedom. What do you think?
Yeah, cool. We're missing a component there now. I want to talk about sort of what it is we do. Like, we help people master social selling and AI. I know that's, we're starting to work into the how, but for this statement, can we just pull that in, please, on sort of what it is we do to help people achieve that freedom and purpose?
Got it. Here's a revised version. I believe in transforming fathers into purpose-driven leaders through mastering social selling and AI. How does that sound?
Boom sauce. Awesome sauce. Love it. That's absolutely perfect. All right, now let's take this one step further. I want you to now take that statement and I want you to build on that and create a story. Now, I want you to use this as an opportunity to express like an announcement story, an excitement story, like, hey, we've just worked out our core-centered, purpose-driven mission. We've got some clarity on this. And, for the first time, I know that I know that I know that I know why I'm here. Can you help me turn this into a Facebook post in a way that shares a story of this whole experience, and then also, invite people into the Laptop Lifestyle Dads community as a way to help them to come and learn how to figure out their own purpose and their own intent? Make sure that this story is very much outcome driven and transformational driven, not focused on the products like the community or the Laptop Lifestyle Dads Academy. Like, focus on the things that matter to our ideal audience. Can you pull that together for me in a story-based Facebook post?
Absolutely. Here's a story-based Facebook post that highlights the transformation and invites your audience into your community. Hey, legends. Today, I want to share something truly special. After months of soul-searching and countless cups of coffee, we've crystallized our core purpose-driven mission at Laptop Lifestyle Dads. And let me tell you, it feels like finding the missing piece of a puzzle. I believe in transforming fathers into purpose-driven leaders through mastering social selling and AI. But this journey isn't just about skills or strategies. It's about unlocking the freedom to live on purpose, to be present for our families, and to lead with heart. Imagine going from feeling overwhelmed and stuck in Suckville to having the clarity, direction, and purpose of Awesome Town.
All right, guys. So as you can see, that's pulling that together right now. Normally, I would be able to just copy and paste that, but look like I need to redo that or refresh. I stopped it halfway through midstream. It doesn't like that. All right, there you go. So it's stopped. So I can now just quickly revise that and just say redo last post for me. But can you see how by just starting here and getting some direction and getting some intention, how we can create an awesome story-based post together? And this is how we influence people and win friends, right? Because now I can take that one step further and I can say, right, let's create a story now that speaks directly to my ideal audience's heart in a way that helps them to feel seen, heard, and known. Let's do that. My ideal audience heart that helps them to feel seen, heard, and known so they can connect to this story. Then invite them into a conversation about this. All right, so you can use either voice prompting or you can type. Either one will still get the same result. I prefer voicing because I'm lazy. My spelling's atrocious and my dyslexia gets in the way. But check this out, mate. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like you're stuck in a cycle you didn't even realize you're in? Like, no matter how much you tried to move forward, something unseen kept pulling you back, almost like an invisible leash tied to your past. Hey, I get it. I've been there. The other day, I was in a life-changing realization. I was in the middle of a coaching session inside ChatGPT Unleashed, helping one of my students, Abby, break free from an old story that had been running around in her life on autopilot. And I guided her through it. Bam! I saw my own reflection in her struggle. It hit me like a ton of bricks. For years, I'd been operating under disempowering stories that I didn't even know that was shaping my choices. It wasn't something that I consciously believed in. It was there. It was just there, woven into my thoughts, affecting my confidence, my leadership, my ability to step fully into my purpose. It was that quiet voice whispering, "You're not ready yet. Who do you think you are? You'll never measure up." Ever hear those voices before? Maybe your sound a little different, but the effect is still the same. These hidden stories create glass ceilings over our potential. We think we're hustling, pushing, grinding towards success. But deep down, we're hitting an invisible wall over and over again. The worst part, most of us don't even realize it until something happens that forces us to see it. The moment for me came clearly when coaching Abby. As I watched her untangle the roots of her own limiting beliefs, I realized I had a choice to make: keep living under the old story or rewrite a new one. I chose the second option, and blah, 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 right? You can see straight away how that's speaking directly to your own heart. I know it's speaking to my heart, right? We're having that heart-to-heart interaction. The energy is palpable. Now, I'm not a copywriter. I'm not a storyteller. I could never come up with that by myself in a million years. But I know how to partner with AI to be able to help me to excel, to amplify my voice, to put my thoughts in a coherent sentence and then polish it and tweak it and make it sound like me as if it was something I could write. And away we go and we do it together. Do you see now how AI can really turn the tap on and amplify our voice? This is about cutting through the noise in a very noisy place that is very already, right? It's about using our own personal stories, our own personal experiences to be able to position us as a guide on that journey. Nobody can compete with you in that space. Nobody. Because they're your stories, they're your challenges, they're your pain. But when you also position yourself as a storyteller, that it helps other people to connect, to feel seen, heard, and known. And I'm sure that if you're reading that, you're nodding or you're going like, yeah, that's me. That's the impact that we're after, right? That's how we cut through the noise. That's how we bring people to us, because they feel like, oh my God, Jeff's just read my brain. He knows me. He must be able to help me. You hear that? He knows me. He must be able to help me. So when we position ourselves as that servant-hearted leader and we stop selling and we start serving, guess what happens? Sales automatically happen. Because yes, we've got to have a clear customer value journey and process. I'm going to talk to you about through that in a second. But our marketing is not designed to sell. Our marketing is designed to connect and to start a conversation. Our marketing is designed to help people feel seen, heard, and known. If we can all just slow it down and we could all just, meet people where they're at, we'll actually be able to go faster and cut through the noise, and people will start coming to us instead of us having to chase them down. Yeah. This is what's happening in our world. We can see people getting traction and getting results right from week one in our Laptop Lifestyle Dads Academy when they start getting this clarity, right? I'm going to bring Mel out for a second. Mel, I'm putting you on the spot. And I appreciate you for coming out. We did a deep dive together the other day, didn't we?
Huge.
It was a bit teary. It was very a loving, awesome moment. And I thank you for blessing me the opportunity to be part of that story for you.
Thanks for letting me.
Packing your mission and your purpose. What has that done for you?
I can't even. I've got so much to fill you in on the last 24 hours.
I like that. See what's happened?
Just since I've been able to do that, and it's just given me so much clarity in the path I want to take and who I want to help and why I am doing this.
Love it.
Massive.
See, breakthroughs happening, right? And like is attracting like. And this is what I call the law of vibration, the law of magnetism. Because now you're not operating out of this. Now you're not operating out of trying to get the sale and pay the bills. Now you're operating out of this, yeah?
Yeah, 100%.
Operating out of love and joy. It really is true when you find that thing that you love that you'll never work a day in your life, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So how has finding this purpose, finding this joy, finding this hope help you get unstuck?
It's taken me, I guess, by having clarity and realizing that clarity gives you connection to people. That's really where the unstuck for me has happened. I know I'm here to serve people. I know I'm here to help women. I know what I'm here to do, but I couldn't pull it together before. It was just a rambling of something that made no sense.
Yeah.
Because I was totally up here.
Yeah. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And now watch out. Mel's going to take off now. It's going to be like a rocket ship to the moon. But hey, not going to set you up for failure because we've just conquered the first level. And guess what's going to happen with the next level? There's going to be another big boss that we're going to have to conquer. And here's the thing. We get to do this together now. That's what I get excited about. You're no longer having to figure this shit out on your own. You've got someone who's locking arms with you and pulling you up the mountain together and guiding you step by step. That's what a mentor does. That's what a community does.
100%.
Appreciate you for showing up. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, let's get back to the next step here. I want to talk to you about the customer value journey before I move on to our 5-step predictable recruitment system. So, look, I know that we've got all shapes and sizes and all different people in here. We've got everybody from internet marketers to network marketers to affiliate marketers. All are welcome. But, these are strategies that are universal. You don't need to be a network marketer to be here or just an internet marketer even, because these are fundamentals. These are foundational to developing your personal brand. We talked about the mission, the core values, and getting your purpose, getting your direction, getting unstuck. But now what? Mel signed up for our 12-month course, and this is what we're doing. We'll do it faster over 12 months. But we're going to perfect it over 12 months, and we're going to help her to be the best leader that she can be over the next 12 months. And essentially, this is what we're doing. We're going to nail down her customer value journey. We've nailed it for ourselves and reputable other people around the world. And this is what we're the experts in. I've been doing this for 15 years, helping people to develop their customer value journeys. See, your Facebook page, your websites, your email marketing, your Facebook groups, your logos, your post, your stories, your mission, they're just tools. They're just assets to help us to play the game. This is the game we're playing. This is the 10,000-foot view. And when you see this, light bulbs go off. Because what we're all trying to do is we're all trying to convert everybody and anybody that comes across our path. And that's where we become attached because we're only focused on maybe one or two stages here, convert and excitement. You know, we get people in, great, let's get them excited. But then they maybe fall over and then we're going back to convert again. How about we slow it down and we focus on the actual journey and we take people through a space that makes them feel seen, heard, and known. And we develop trust. What I'm talking about, the first step here is we talk about awareness. Now, I'm not talking about product awareness or even solution awareness. I'm talking about transformational outcomes. You know, basically, what's that thing that's keeping them up at 3 a.m. in the morning? You got to become aware, intimate with your audience. You got to know the neuroscience, the buy-in psychology, the emotional triggers, so you can create content like I just did. You know, that content I created was speaking to my audience because my ChatGPT is intimate with the relationship that we have built together. It's into me. It understands me and it understands you because we've trained it to do that. And we create that helps you to be that master storyteller and that person of influence. What we're doing is we're just creating massive brand awareness, but not awareness around our products. What did I say people buy first? They buy you. So awareness around you, who you are, what you stand for, what you stand against, what are your core values? Are you a person of integrity? Are you a trustworthy, loving person? So we've got to understand the story people tell about us when we're not in the room. That is the game we're playing here. When you can get that right, people will start to come to you. They will start to interact with you. They will start to engage with you. This is why I feel like the whole space around automating engagement is detrimental to this journey, because it should be a person behind that who's building trust, who sees people, who knows people, who connects with people. AI cannot do that yet. It may do one day, but AI cannot connect on that heart-to-heart level. It can't empathize. It can't meet people at their emotional state where they're at. Most people who come across my path are overwhelmed, confused, frustrated, sad, angry, right? They're looking for someone to give them a lifeline. They're looking for hope. So I meet them where they're at. I hear their stories. I hear their pain, and we connect, we engage. Then we move to the next stage, and this next stage essentially is community. You know, back in 10 years ago, everybody used to say the money is in your list. And that is true. Your list is the asset that you 100% own. When people like Facebook, or even like we saw TikTok, you know, TikTok Armageddon, it crashed over 24 hours in the USA. Everybody freaked out. Well, the people who had a list didn't freak out because they knew they could just pivot and adjust, right? The list is something you own. It's something you control. When businesses are sold, online businesses are sold these days, people aren't necessarily buying the business. What they're buying is they're buying the numbers. They're buying the system. They're buying the list. That's what people buy. That is a saleable asset. So, but here's the thing, right? You got to build community these days to develop your list. Your list is that list of basically what I call your buyers list now. It's that warm inner circle hot list. You know, if you put out a promotion, you put out an offer, because it's about putting the front of the product in front of the right people at the right time, the people that you've already developed a relationship and trust with. That's how I was able to, you know, become one of the top global recruiters for Shoply in the first month and hit Mac 1 rank and bring in 18 personal people off the back of relationships that I already built over 12 months prior, right? They were in my buyers list. Yes, but I had community outside of that. And that's why we've got a free Facebook group here now that's almost got 2,000 people into it, you know, because it's about taking people out of the wider ocean of the public profile and bringing people into the inner ocean to be able to be loved on, to be able to be nurtured. Do you see how this system helps you to be detached from the results and you just show up and shine and you fall in love with the process? Because the process works. It creates that predictability. And your funnels and your email marketing, your content, your awareness posts, and the engagement and the DMs, they all have a part to play to take people on this journey. Convert, right now, you're in our conversion stage of our pipeline. You know, you've got some sort of relationship with me, or you've been invited by one of our ambassadors to come into this community, to come check us out, become aware with us, engage with us. And if this is speaking directly to your heart and through the trust that has been come through that invitation, you'll convert if it's the right timing for you. And as you convert, like you're right now, we're in this excitement phase. I'm delivering on our promise. Excitement here is where we deliver on the promise of transformation. We're taking you from a before state to an after state. We're exciting you. We're tapping into those emotions, ticking the boxes that you're in the right place, that we're here to help you, that we're making you feel safe. Then we go into the profit maximizers. We upsell, we cross-sell, we dive into brand advocacy, testimonials, case studies, and then we incentivize people who are already doing that to promote us. This is affiliate marketing 101, right? Influencer style marketing. And then we start the whole cycle over again. This is where we create some predictability in this system. AI helps us to fast track that journey, to help us to meet people where they're at, to help us to be awesome communicators, to speak to people where they're at. And it's our job then to just nurture people through the system. And people have one of three choices. They can move forward when it's the right time for them. They can stay put and continue to get doted on and continue to get what they need where they're at until it's the right time to move forward, or they can exit out. See, I'm no longer attached to the results. I have a well-oiled machine through our marketing systems to be able to take people where they're at and meet them where they're at. As Dave just said, the CBJ here has made all the difference for him. And I know there are three ingredients to a successful business model. First is understanding how to speak to your audience. You need to know your niche. Second, you need to master your message. You need to know your story, the story that people are talking about you when you're not in the room. Third is a customer value journey, is that predictable journey you take people on from cold to sold, from stranger to raving fan. Yeah? And then when you get those right, everything else is just about facilitating that game. And cool. Look, we're going to dive into a bit of a breakout room section in a soon, and we're going to come to a bit of a Q&A and, you know, focus on community, right? Focus on engagement. But before we do that, I just want to walk you through my 5-step recruitment process that helps to take people through the customer value journey, right? Because I've said marketing's all about starting the conversation. Conversions, sales, happens in the conversation, believe it or not. It's funny, right? So let's stop trying to sell, pitch, link spam through our content. However, that said, you've got to put out a sales post every now and then, right? To convert people, to bring them in. But it's not necessarily a hard and fast sale. It's thinking about what's the next piece in the journey. You know, the days have gone where the yellow pages style ads, where we can put a yellow page ad up and it did everything for us and our phone rang and away we go. That marketing's gone and dusted. It's over. We need to slow the journey down. We need to develop trust. We need to develop connection through this customer value journey process. And that builds community, that builds love, and that builds trust. And then it's just about helping people walk them through and holding their hand. It's customer service. See, I don't sell, I serve. I help guide your hand, and I share your story and invite you to the next stage. Share a story and invite you to the next stage. Answer questions, help you out, open the door. You knock on the door, I'll open the door. You open the door, I'll walk through it with you, right? So there's that predictability element. So let's go through my 5-step conversation piece, and then we'll come to our Q&A. What's going on here? Where did my presentation go? Come on, Jeff. All right. Must have shut it down when I got too excited there, guys. Excited caffeinated kangaroo style. All right, let's bring back this. Here we go. All right. So step 1, funny enough, start the conversation. There are several ways to start a conversation. You can reach out to people. And if someone got in my inbox, and I encourage everybody and anybody that comes in this circle influence, if you don't know me, go check me out. People don't care about what you know until they know how much you care, right? When you're out in the dance floor and you look at a pretty woman, you know, us blokes, what do we normally do? We'll stop there and we'll check them out. We'll look at them. We'll see if they're attractive. They're attracted to us. We're looking for that magnetism chemistry, right? Before we get the courage to pluck some courage up and go and speak to her, right? It's no different in marketing. We've just got to get out of our own way. We've got to suck it up and be courage and go start a conversation. Get comfortable talking to strangers. Don't try and sell everybody and anybody. Like here at this stage, your only goal is to have a heart-to-heart engagement. Slow it down. Interact. Build rapport. Build trust. Build that connection point. We can start conversations through our content. It's my favorite way, especially when you create content in the way that I've just shown you and you're posting consistently, showing up and serving and bringing people to you, right? And so people who comment and engage, that's starting a conversation. You're starting an interaction. That interaction will build over a few posts, and away we go, right? Here's a quick story I want to start with about the power of starting the conversation and just focusing on meeting people where they're at to build relationship and build the network. It is really true that your network equals your net worth. Now, who remembers the Cosby Show? Who was around when that was on? Who remembers a show that's on now called The Resident? And so the Cosby Show, we had a little black kid. He was the black kid of the Cosby Show. And on The Resident now, he's the black doctor. Who I'm talking about is Malcolm Jamal Warner. Malcolm Jamal Warner is an A-list Hollywood star actor. I'm on first name basis with this guy now. Joseph McClendon is his good mate. And Joseph McClendon is Tony Robbins' performance coach. In the last week, I'm on a first name basis. How does little old Jeff Ross from Australia connect with these legends, these titans of our game? How does that happen? Now, I don't share that to be arrogant. I don't share that to toot my own horn. I share this as an example for this story. Right? Yeah, I watched it as a kid too. And so when I was starstruck when I had the opportunity to talk to Malcolm Jamal Warner about funnels. I'm now developing funnels for the LA Tribune and building funnels for these guys. That's how epic is that? Like, it's the pinch me moment. Like, this is what I've been working for. Like, I'm one person away from Tony Robbins. I'm one person away from Russell Brunson. Speechless. But I can now tell you back from 7 to 8 generations of 12 months of connections that have led me to this point. And call it the universe, call it divine, call it God, whatever you want to call it. By operating out of a space that is heart-centered, that is purpose-driven, that is love, God has opened doors. He's connected me to the right people to bring me to this point. I could not do this on my own. This is the result of operating out of a space of pure joy and service, of getting in the right vibration. So, Joseph, okay, let's go right through the generations of the impact. So I started just showing up. I started doing my 3-day boot camps, my 5-day boot camps 18 months ago, teaching people how to master social selling and AI. 2 years ago, Jeff Ross was an unheard nobody. I probably had maybe 1,000 Facebook friends and followers. Most of them were friends and family. Tried to sell to them all, burnt them all. Every time I went to somebody, oh, Jeff, what do you got now? If that's you, I know there's most of us, right? You've been in this game long enough, you're going to have that reaction. What is it they're saying? You can't be a prophet in your own hometown. It is so true. We can't do business with our friends and family, but the strangers that we bring into our life, like every single one of you here, we're a stranger once upon a time. But I've got some of my best friends in this community right now. So much so, I love Jade and Dave that they're now part of the inner core team and we do life and business together. Yeah. So by me showing up in my purpose, in my heart, just showing up and serving, I was introduced to a gentleman by the name of Ty Shane. Ty Shane's another internet marketer. He loves AI. And we got off on a house on fire, and we related and connected on that heart-to-heart level around God and faith and our conversation. So we found common ground and we built a connection. That connection was introduced now to Tom Simons. Tom Simons started a thing called an AI symposium, 4-day AI symposium, where he was bringing experts from around the world on the AI topic, all because he wanted to learn how to use AI. And he didn't want to try and figure it out for himself. So he thought, right, I'll get these experts because these experts have got all the answers to my questions. A bit like the Napoleon Hill of Think and Go Rich sort of concept. And he started this 4-day symposium. Ty introduced me to that because he thought I'd be a good opportunity to speak on that. And that was my first speaking engagement virtually. That was only 12 months ago. Ty introduced me to Tom. I fell in love with what Tom had to offer, and I fell in love with his mission. And I got behind that, and I helped him run the second AI symposium. I was responsible for putting 2 panels together. I brought Jonathan Mast in, Jeff J. Hunter in, a few other greats into that, and brought in a panel together, and I ran 2. I was asked to do 1. I brought so many people in, I hosted 2 panels. The conversation introduced me to Karen Hall. Karen Hall is the VP of the Women's Los Angeles Tribune. Karen and I now have a beautiful relationship. She's actually Sarah's new mentor. We're starting her podcast. So we've gotten to really know Karen, absolutely love Karen. Karen loved what I had to offer and my energy. And they brought me in to meet me Michael Silvers. Michael Silvers and Karen brought me into the LA Tribune podcast network to help me to launch the Laptop Lifestyle Dad show. I've just shown up. I've just served. I've just asked, how can I help? And then 2 weeks ago, Michael says, hey, you build funnels, don't you? I said, yeah, I can do that. Would you be interested in building funnels for Malcolm and Joseph? Yeah, like that's a no-brainer, right? So here we are today. And it showed up just from the heart of service and love and power, not trying to sell anybody anything. And there's massive rewards coming on the other end of that conversation. So that's all the power of starting a conversation, right? So coming back to the 5-step process, start the conversation. Step 2, qualify and invite. What I mean by that is asking open-ended questions to figure out what people's goals are, what their roadblocks are, and what the opportunities are for them. It's what I call grow. Goals, roadblocks, opportunity, way forward. Way forward is the invitation. I don't sell. I use stories to package up a way to connect, relate, and resonate and help people to see, yeah, I've been where you are. I know how to get you out of there. Would you be open to learning how? So we qualify and invite. Then we move, don't be a tool, share the tools. Don't sell. Let tools do the work for you. If you've got your product in front of the right people, they will qualify themselves, and then you'll be able to invite them to come check out a 3-minute video, a PowerPoint presentation, a free masterclass, whatever that is, to educate and equip and empower to help answer their questions so they sell themselves. Don't be a tool, share the tool. Our conversation now is just purely on service and how can I serve? And the next question is how can I follow up? And all I ask is, what did you like best? Was it X or Y? What did you like best? They'll share with what it was, and I will go, yeah, me too. Here's a story why. And then the next step I'll move into is close. And my close question is, okay, cool. You got any questions around this, or you're ready to get started? So simple. Got any questions around this, or you're ready to get started? See, through that whole structure, if we go right back to building our personal brand, understanding the customer value journey, and understanding how to connect and converse with people, I can convert people. So there's strategy behind everything we do here, right? And AI helps you every step of the way. AI is a supportive tool to be able to enhance you, to amplify your voice, to be able to help you to run faster and more efficient, and help you to be your sidekick. AI simplifies things. It does not replace things. You use tools and strategies to generate content that speaks directly to your audience. And you just saw me do that effortlessly. And then you can use AI to help support you in conversations, to help you to come up with brainstorming ideas of the right questions to ask people. If you want to know how to really leverage it, come along to our AI Academy, our LLD Academy, and we'll teach you the fundamental foundations of how to really dive into this space. But it's not about, just sort of coaching you in that. Yes, we do that. But what it's really about, it's about helping you to feel seen, heard, and known, doing the good, the bad, the ugly together in a safe environment, because learning is messy, right? We give you the tools, we give you the support, we give you the community to be able to help you to grow, to be empowered, to be equipped, to take the handbrake, just like Mel's had this conversation of, to take that off and go run and be a rocket ship to the moon. So, guys, we're going to pull up here now, and we're going to dive into some Q&A. But stay around till the end. Like, if you've got to run, please stay around to the end. We've got an awesome surprise for you, and I don't hate you to miss out. But let's just pull up. So how many people we got here? We got 4, 8. Perfect. We got 4 each room. So, guys, Dave and Jade, we're going to do our little unique, eclectic breakout room. So, guys, what we're going to do is Jade's going to lead a room, Dave's going to lead a room, and I'll lead a room, and we're going to break out. We're going to have a conversation. We're going to answer 3 questions. And you don't have to answer 3 questions, but these are the 3 questions to start the conversation. 4. Okay, well, Jade, what are the 4 questions then, Jade?
All right. The 4 questions are, what was your biggest light bulb moment from today's session? Second is, what's your biggest challenge in business right now? Third is, what's stopping you from taking action? And the third is, what's one thing that you can commit to implement right now?
Love that. All right, so I'm just setting up the breakout rooms here. All right, so Jade, you're going to have room 1. Sorry, Jade, you're going to have room 2. I'll go with room 1. Dave, you'll go with room 3. All right, let's open these up. We're going to spend probably 5-7 minutes here. So we might not all get an opportunity to go around, but let's just start with that first question, Jade and Dave. What is the light bulb moment? What have we all taken away from this masterclass, and we can move forward from there? All right, let's do this. All right, so away you go, guys. Should be off and running. All right, Mark, Jeff, Mel, awesome. All right, how is everybody? All good? Cool.
Good, yeah.
All right, well, let's start with that first question. What's been the light bulb moment for you today? What do you like best from this conversation? Mel, I'm going to go to you first, since you're well into the trenches with us. What have you liked best from tonight?
Sorry, so this session, I really like the part. I know we all hear fail forward fast, but embrace the messy attached to that.
Yeah,
Just the best.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And Jeff. So, Jeff Summers, mate, it's really awesome to see you back on these calls again. How are you, champion?
Really good, thanks. Really good.
What's spoken to you tonight?
Well, I was just looking at this 5-step process, and I'm going to try and get that into operation,
Awesome.
because I've been trying to sell people too fast, I think, without getting to know them.
Yeah, we're all guilty of doing it. And it's an art form. It's a skill. And that's why I say to everybody, go and have 500 conversations as fast as possible and go make a few mistakes, because you got to fall over a few times to understand that how that process really works.
And one of the things I've been really failing on is following up.
Fortune's in the follow-up every single time. But you follow up in a position of posture and confidence. And I find the simple question of, hey, how's things going? What do you like best about XYZ? What do you like best? We spoke about, a website the other day. What did you like best about what I offered? You spoke about, potentially, this problem that you had, and I proposed this solution. Hey, what did you like best about that solution? And it's just how you frame the question, yeah? Yeah, awesome. Let me know how you go.
Yeah.
Mark, I'm not sure if you got your camera turned on, mate. All I can see is a big picture of a big bee.
That's me coming home with my pollen baskets full.
That's all right, mate. How are you going?
I'm going very well, thank you.
Good. What did you like best about today?
I liked it all, but I've got to get my ass into gear.
Cool.
I've got to start playing with GPT.
Okay. So how can we help you?
Well, you've started me off. I'm just going to have to jump into GPT and talk to him.
Cool. Well, hang around. We'll walk you through what our Laptop Lifestyle Dads Academy, because that's really the best way that we can help you and go through the call.
Perfect.
Cool. Awesome. Mel, what is one thing that we can do to help you out tonight?
I think I need to really go through that grow again. That for me is I think that's just where I need to just put that into my mind.
Yep.
And then, yeah, work on a few steps in there.
Yeah. Look, it's once again, like Jeff, it's repetition, it's practice, so it becomes second nature.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, like you've heard the frameworks form and, like family, occupation, recreation, motivation. Yeah. Another one I like to use is Lord, location, occupation, recreation, dreams. They're tools that you can start that surface level conversation around. Here's the thing around that. Everybody's done that to death these days. People see that as a sales tactic and they see you coming from a mile away. So it's about zigging when everybody zags. It's about understanding the actual fundamentals and the mechanics of like why we go through those frameworks, right? Understanding the why. So the why is about, once again, and this is why I sort of just dive straight into it. It's about helping people feel known, seen, and loved and heard. So the saying, and it really hits home when I talk in this spanner, is people don't care about what you know until they know how much you care. So it's all going to start there. It's all going to start there and have that heart-to-heart interaction. So like if I was approaching somebody and I was going out and doing my cold DMs, which I used to do a lot of them. I don't have to do them so much anymore because it's flipped, but everybody needs to start somewhere. And there are tools out there to start these conversations like Unipro and all of that. There's some really awesome tools to help automate this process in a way that helps to establish trust and doesn't take away from it. So you've got to be careful in this space with automation, but there are some strategies around you can do it. But here's the thing, right? When I first started with Dream Trips and I got my first real traction, groundbreaking, I would just get really intentional about talking to 30, 40 people a day. Not a week, a day. Like I had the time to do it too. That was the big thing, right? I didn't have another job. Like I started this off the back of a disability pension. So I had nothing but time on my hand. So I understand that people have got jobs and all of that sort of thing. I understand that. But so like the whole principle is still the same. You can still go do the 40, 50 conversations a day, depending on how hungry you are to get the fast traction. If it's not 50 or 40 a day, then it might be 5 or 10 a day. You do what you can do, right? And look, trust me, I know 40 conversations a day is overwhelming for most people, even if you had the time. This is where my ADHD actually serves me, because I can jump from the next to the next to the next, and I can get really, really focused in that space. So I understand that there's an art to that as well. But here's the conversation I'm leading to, right? Is you can either go start the conversation via post and content, and you will get there, but that's a slow way to get there. So we need to then go out to Facebook groups. We need to go and build our connections and build up our following. So then when they put our content in front of the right people, it's working. It's the law of reciprocity. But we've also got to now build one of the first fundamental things is build our following. So we've got to go intentionally and do that ourselves. So we reach out to the Facebook groups, we send that invite button, and then the next thing you should be doing is starting a conversation. But you start a conversation from this posture. Hey, Mel, I see that you're living in UA, and I see that you're in the network marketing game with Juice Plus. Hey, I'm curious. What do you like best about Juice Plus? See what I've done straight away?
Yeah, well,
I've gone and stalked you.
Yeah.
I haven't even come to you and saying, hey, what do you do? Everybody does that. Hey, where do you live? Everybody does that. Hey, how are you? Everybody does that. It's actually creepy now when people do it, because straight away, if they know straight away the red flag, right, is I'll accept a friend request and then 5 minutes later, kid you not, hey, Jeff, how are you? Hey, Jeff, how are you? I know straight away what they're after.
Yep.
But if someone got into my inbox and said, hey, Jeff, you look like a pretty cool guy. I'd love to get to know you. Looks like how you live down in Launceston and you got 3 amazing boys. And it looks like you've got this thing called an online church. What's that all about? See, if you ask an open-ended question from that posture with something that I'm already connected to, hearing this, something that I'm already connected to, something that I'm already passionate about, straight away, I'm going to engage with you. I want to connect with you. You've asked me a question that's all about me and I want to open up. Oh, let's go. Let's see what's happened here. Connect, connect, connect. Make people feel seen, make people feel heard, make people feel known. Slow it down. Spend some time with them. It's funny when you slow it down how fast you can actually go. What's the light bulb in that conversation, guys? We've got to wrap this up, but
Talk to them like you already know them.
yes.
Yeah.
You got it. Talk to them like you already know them. All right. We're going to go back to the main room. Thanks, guys. It's been good. Love it.
Thanks.
See you there.
All right. All right. All right. All right.
They've still got their doors closed. They haven't come back into the main room yet.
We've got May here, but that's cool. Let me see if I can force it. I don't know. I don't know if I can. It's like, come back into this room, guys. Let's go. That's all right. Breakout room will close in 14, 13, 12. Countdown's on. All right. That was a lot of fun. Who liked that? That's pretty cool. Awesome. All right. Well, we'll come back. We'll do recaps at the end here. I'm very present to people's time, and time is that most non-refundable resource, right? So I appreciate you spending the last, hour to hour and a half with us here tonight. Let's get this party moving forward. All right. I'm going to now just transition gears here, and I'm going to talk about the Laptop Lifestyle Dads Academy. I thank you for your time to bless me the opportunity to share our wisdom with you. And I hope, my hope here is that we've empowered you, that we've equipped you, that you're now inspired to go take some action. I'd love to know in the comments, what are you going to apply from today's learning? Because knowledge is great, but if it just sits on the bookshelf, it becomes knowledge on ice. I'd rather see ignorance on fire every day of the week. So how are you going to apply what you learn from today's masterclass? Love to know. Share us in the comments below. But I'm going to share the screen again now, and we're just going to listen to a couple of our amazing Laptop Lifestyle Dads Academy students, and we'll hear some real results from some real people. Better off to hear them from them rather than me. Because, hey, it's all about storytelling, right? All right, let's do this. Present. Let's get that going back. I love the breakout rooms, but going back and forth, it's all right. Just a bit of a tech stuff. You just got to deal with it, Jeff. Part of the process. Hang on, I got a shared sound. Otherwise, this won't work. There we go. Jay, can you give me just a oi that we're good? Yep, cool. All right, let's hear from Deiss from over in New Zealand. Yeah, that's Sherry. Let's go back to Deiss.
Hi, Deiss Morgan. Just a quick shout out to Jeff at Laptop Lifestyle Dads. I joined his academy 4 weeks ago because I was struggling with my online marketing. I was putting out what I thought were great posts and getting crickets and no responses. Just in 4 weeks with this course, I've learned that don't sell products, brand yourself, add value and start getting into conversations. So things have already started happening there. Also, I'm learning AI. Not so much the AI where you, it doesn't sound like you, but actually personalize the AI. So early stage for me, 4 weeks, loving the course, and I know I'm progressing. 4 weeks ago, I wouldn't even have got on this and done a video like this. So appreciate you, Jeff, appreciate the team, and looking forward to the rest of the course. Cheers, mate.
Thank you. Cool. All right, we're going to hear from our friend Sherry over in Canada now.
Hello, all you beautiful people. So today I want to talk about a program I've been taking the last few weeks now. So I was always so scared to jump into the AI world and, see what it was about or anything like that. I wouldn't even click on a link. If it had AI, I would block it. But the bottom line is, recently I just jumped back into the online market and the online businesses. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to catch up to things here to see what's new and trending and everything like that. So I jumped right into the AI, and I can honestly tell you that there is a time and a place for AI. It may not be for everything that you do, but it definitely helps with the businesses and giving you the proper advice, the proper wording to help you. So if you're not in this program or using the AI, I strongly recommend you jump in, and I promise you that you will be blown away just like I am. Have a good day, guys.
Thank you, Sherry. And we're going to also hear from Zach in Thailand.
Hey everyone, I just wanted to say how amazing it's been working with Jeff for the last 6 months. He's really broken down the whole process of AI and how to craft your message, get you your ideal client, and everything that has to do with AI. It's really turned this scary beast that I really knew very little about to something that I'm very confident in now. So thank you, Jeff, for introducing me to this whole side of business to streamline a lot more things. And anyone who has any questions or needs help, he's been really great with guiding me and guiding everyone else in the program. So definitely take the leap. I'm glad I did. You won't regret it.
Well, thank you very much for those amazing testimonials. We absolutely love what we do. And now I'm going to transition gears. I'm going to talk to you about our Laptop Lifestyle Dads Academy and how we can help you further. You know, we've spoken about community. We've spoken about helping you get unstuck. We've spoken about giving you the tools to get clarity and get purpose and get traction in this busy, noisy social selling arena. So I'm going to introduce you to now our Laptop Lifestyle Dads Academy. This is our flagship membership product, and we put a lot of time and effort to bring this together. So what do you get when you join the academy? Well, you're going to get not just one, but you're going to get 3 amazing coaches. You're going to get Jade, myself, and Dave. We love this life. We live this life. We breathe this life. We do everything and over and beyond to help you to up and run and climb Mount Awesome Town together. So we do live weekly masterclasses. They're hosted on a Tuesday at 9:30 a.m. City time every week. We also do exclusive masterclasses, never before seen masterclasses. They are inner circle. These become our first to the marketplace masterclasses. Like last masterclass, I did business planning. We got Zig Ziglar. We got, who else do we get? We got Zig Ziglar, we got Gary Vanderchuck, and we got Brian Tracy in the virtual room with us. Help them sit down at our board of directors and help them to map out our business plans together. That was pretty cool. You only run that masterclass into our inner circle, and we do one masterclass like that at least once a quarter, once every 8 weeks. And next one, we've got Dave Miller coming up to teach us all about AI prompting and some advanced AI strategies to really dive into some really awesome image creation and some advanced processes there with like custom GPTs. He's going to show you how he does what he does and point you in the right direction. We get guest speakers coming in. Our next guest speaker is Amanda McCloy from Coach to Success. I've got Mike Costola from Rock the Talk. I've got Manoj Agrawal from, I'm blank on his company now, but he's spoken to Fortune 500 companies. We've got Karen Hall coming in from the LA Tribune. And I'm also looking to get Joseph McClendon to come in and do a guest speaker workshop to our inner circle. That's where we're going with this. We're going next level. And so you're going to get access to those guys and world-class thought leaders around the world. You'll get access to our AI templates and tools, our fill-in-the-blank scripts, content frameworks like I've shown you today. You'll get what you need to get unstuck, lay down the fundamentals, and get traction and move forward. We'll give you our customer journey value blueprints. Actually, next Tuesday is our customer value journey masterclass, where we're going to do a deep dive into this and help you to map out your client's transformational journey. We're going to do personal coaching, hot seat type coaching, implementation strategies, Q&As, where you can get the support you need to continue to get unstuck and move forward. Done for you content frameworks, content calendars, everything you need to know when to post and to when to help you to craft content that just speaks to your audience's heart. What I've shown you today really is like 1%. It's the tip of the iceberg conversation. We'll give you what's underneath the iceberg and help you to get up and run a lot faster. You'll get access to our private community. And if you sign up before, oh, there you go, I forgot to update that. If you sign up before Monday, the 27th at 5 p.m., before then, I will also give you a personalized one-on-one game planning session. Guys, this is valued at $3,000 per month. But you can get all of this for just $97 per month. There are no lock-in contracts. We have a 30-day cancellation period, so you can go month by month by month, get what you need until you're either ready to move forward into our signature program, or you've had enough and you've got what you need and you're ready to rock and roll, or you stay put. There is loads of value in this space from our guest speakers, from the masterclasses that we run exclusively to this inner circle. And so there's always going to be immense value for just that $100 a month. right? So weekly live masterclasses, exclusive masterclasses, guest speakers, private school community, just for $97 per month. All you need to do to get started is we're focused on affiliate marketing, right? So we're actually in the last 2 months, we were the first vendor to launch on Shoply. Shoply is a marketplace community for people just like us. And it's for people like you. We're talking about influencer marketing, aren't we? We're talking about affiliate marketing. So we're talking about personal branding. So you can come to the Laptop Lifestyle Dads Academy, learn how to go and represent and sell your brand, your business, your community, and put the right products on the right shelf for the right people, right? So if you want to get started, reach out to the person who invited you to get started, or reach out to one of us and we'll help you get there. But you can see here in the Laptop Lifestyle Dads Academy, we have our products here on Shoply. And the reason I bring this up is because if you're an affiliate of ours, and you can become an affiliate to get started through this, it doesn't cost you anything to become affiliate, $0, $10 a month ongoing that after your first month, and you can become an affiliate with Shoply and sell any product that is on this platform, not just the LLD Academy. But if you are, and you want to go sell this and help promote this to your community, let us do the heavy lifting, let us help your people, well, then you can get, for every sale that you bring to us, you'll get $32 direct bonus affiliate commission. How cool is that? So we have our own customer value journey dialed in, as I've shared with you. You know, we've got our awareness at the groups and community. We've got these free masterclasses that are going to come out on at least a monthly basis. The next step on the journey is the Laptop Lifestyle Dads Academy. Our upsell is our 12-month mentoring program, ChatGPT Unleashed. But then we've also got our affiliate program on the back end of that. And if you join the Academy tonight, you sign up and become an affiliate, and then next month, you bring your people into this masterclass, let us do the training, let us do the heavy lifting, let us do the sales for you, and you can go and get some affiliate commission. And basically the way that we've structured it at $32 per month for the $97 sale, $32 goes back to you when you invite someone in. If you refer 3, you'll basically earn your spot for free. So $32 times 3 is what? That's actually $96. But $1 off, right? 97. So get 3 in, refer 3, earn it free. And you can go and actually earn a lot more than that too. On our high ticket product, we actually pay $1,000 commission. So way you go, guys. Thank you very much for your time. I look forward to seeing you step up and shine. I look forward to seeing you get traction and create content that speaks directly to your audience's heart. If you'd like to plug into this next step, reach out to the person who invited you to this conversation to make sure that you get their affiliate link. If you can't find that person, then reach out to myself, Dave, or Jade, and we'll serve you and get you plugged into the system. Before we wrap up, I'd just love to open the mics up with Jade and Dave. And I'd just like to share the key insights that we had from our breakout room conversation. So Dave, who did you have in your breakout room, and what was the key light bulb moment in tonight's conversation?
I had Susie, who was battling a storm, and Jeff from Manila. So basically, I think the insights were basically because they've been around here for a little while and hanging around with us guys, but basically every time they come to one of these, that they're always getting new gold nuggets and new experiences from it. And we were sort of having the conversation about basically, because as you go through your journey, you know, every time you come to one of these, you know, because you've moved further ahead, you actually perceive the information in a different way. So, you know, it doesn't matter how many times you hear it, it's how you receive it and then how you act from that, depending on where you are in your journey. So that was pretty much it in a nutshell from us.
That's growth, right? I'm growing, exactly. You're growing, we're all growing. And that's rising tides raise all ships, that conversation. Yep. Love it. Beautiful. Yep. Thanks for sharing. Jade, what was the key inside your group, and who did you have in your group?
I had Nicolette, Craig, and just let me get the names so I don't mess them up. Joanne, yep, and I feel I'm missing someone.
That's all good.
Oh, no, that would be it.
Yep.
I think. Anyway, the biggest thing, and we actually had a really emotional story that
Love
hit
it.
us just from a, from a childhood that has seen her right through her life, but not feeling confident enough to ever be heard and seen and, loved and supported. So that was one, I'd say that was big, and that really hit the emotions. And there was a lot of, clarity on getting the paid version. It's like of Chat GPT. It's like, yep, I want to up level. Craig was very much about like how to pull things together and get clear on his message. So that was probably the biggest one from Craig. And Nicolette was going through rebranding and the whole tech setup, and actually, allowing herself to outsource, because it's not something that fills her up. So
Yep.
it was having to go through that outsourcing. So there was a lot of key takeaways from all of that.
That's brilliant. Love it.
Yeah.
That sounds like a very powerful conversation.
Oh, it was in a very, very short amount of time.
Love it. Yep. It's quality versus quantity, right?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Actually, Mel, I'm going to get you to share the key insight, the main one from our group conversation. I'm going to put you on the spot. What was the main insight for you?
Talk to people like you already know them.
So simple, right? But yet so complicated. Us humans, we like to complicate things because we get up all in our heads and everything's a bit of a performance, right? It's like showing up on video. Once we get out of our head and we just get into our heart and we just show up and we just like don't care what the other person thinks anymore, and accept that we're all weirdos, because everybody thinks that you're a weirdo and you think yourself as a weirdo. So, hey, let's embrace it. We're all weirdos. And when you get comfortable with that and you get detached from what other people think about you, then yeah, you can have some amazing, powerful conversations and meet people where they're at and speak to them like you already know them. Like they're already your best friend. Because like attracts like. Love it. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for blessing us the opportunity to be your guide on this journey. It's absolutely a blessing. I love it. I've been up since 3:30 this morning. I got to wrap this up. I got to go to bed. It's been a big day. But see, that's what happens when you serve, when you're in your heart space and you just want to show up and just help people, right? You go do crazy things like get up at 3:30 in the morning and go host a call for the LA Tribune and then do back-to-back calls and 2 masterclasses in a day. You just show up. You just do it. Like I know Nicolette's had a really big week because she loves what she does. And she's just gone in through the grind and she's gone and done the do because she loves what she does and she's on purpose and she's on that heart-centered, driven purpose life. Thank you for your time. Been an absolute pleasure. Hey, I look forward to seeing you on the next step on our journey in the Laptop Lifestyle Dads Academy. Thanks for your time. See you there.